Yeah, so, you know, the kid, he wants to be an intern, right? So I figured I'd give the kid a chance, you know. So what interns do? They get coffee, right? So I tell the kid, I said, hey, man, go get me a cup of coffee. You know what that little pissant did? First of all, he brought it in a foam cup, which is a big no-no. You don't do that shit with me. You know, see any idea the power I wield? And then I take a drink out of it, and it's clearly Sanka. Yeah, I know. Who does this kid think he is? So I took the cup of coffee and I threw it in his face. You know, while he's laying there screaming in pain, you know, I said, listen, you little pissant, do you know who I am? I'm the season 1 beat champion. Now you go get me some fair trade Colombian or I'll make sure you never work in this town again. Well, no, yeah, he's got some pretty serious burns. He had to go to the hospital. What is up, you guys? It is Victory Monday. Welcome to Will Drum for Food, the rantings of an over-caffeinated madman. My name is Jeff. How's everybody doing? First of all, I have to thank everybody that voted for me in the beat. It was truly an honor. Seriously. All jokes aside, sincerely mean this from the bottom of my heart. It is an honor to be the winner of that contest. I went up against a lot of killer drummers, man. And guys who I really, truly believe are better than me did not win. So I'm humbled and I'm very thankful for that contest. Thanks to Bill. And thank you to William, you know, Drumman 190 and Drum Covers by Bill for putting the contest on. It's really cool that you're sending out a plaque. I actually wasn't expecting that, so that's really a nice touch. You know what? It's gonna go right here. You're gonna see it in all my rantings from here on out. So thanks again, guys. And I also I didn't notice anything. I announced last week that I will not be taking part in any more drum battles. Well, it'll change a little bit. I made Hungry Drummer Joey and I had talked about doing a battle of Sing 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 a while ago. Joey finally got the video done. Let's put it this way. This is how long it took him to do this video. Swing music is about to become popular again. So what? Go get out of here, cat. Look at him. He loves the camera. He loves the camera. He's like me. He's just a natural in front of the camera. So I'm gonna honor that request and I'm going to do that battle. And after that, I am officially retired from any sort of drum competition. Okay, so there was a little discussion yesterday. Oh God, I love coffee. This isn't Sanka either. I really, how'd you like the Sanka bit? I thought that was funny because who drinks Sanka anymore? I mean, there's probably a segment of like, oh man, if you're under the age of 35, you probably don't even know what Sanka is. I don't even know if Sanka was coffee. Back when I was story time, back when I was on the road, after we played, it was there was this guy Lou who's kind of like our security guy. We were in Philadelphia and we went to a diner after the gig. It was like 3:30 in the morning. And they had, I remember looking, I'm like, Lou, man, they got Sanka. Lou was a little younger than me, but he knew what Sanka was, you know. So we gotta try some Sanka. Because I was too young to drink Sanka when it was actually Sanka was like popular. Look it up. Just Google Sanka. So we drink it, and I'm like drinking it. God, man. And I'll never forget Lou. He goes, man, this tastes like burnt water. Worst coffee I've ever had in my life. So that's Sanka. For you millennials out there that didn't get the reference, Sanka was like, I don't know if it was coffee. It was kind of like, maybe it was coffee. Maybe it was just like instant coffee. But it was kind of like another product of Gen X childhoods would have been sizzling. Move over bacon. It wasn't really bacon. I don't know. It was like a meat byproduct. I think Sanka was like a coffee byproduct. But I am getting off track like I do. There was a discussion on Facebook yesterday, as a matter of fact. Drum Man had brought it up about getting dislikes. And kind of like just why he put a shout out video up like he does every week, which is an awesome thing he does, and it got a dislike. All right, I don't understand it. I really don't understand the mentality that goes into that. But here's the thing. I made this point in one of my posts on the discussion, and I'll put it this way. I work in, like I said before, I work in the service industry. I've been doing it for, since 20 plus years. I've been doing it a long time. And in that time, I realized that and ironically enough, these people have never worked in a service industry because I know I'm related to some of them. I'm friends with some of them. There are, I would say there's probably 5% of the population who are perpetually unhappy, perpetually grumpy, perpetually just miserable people. And they actually bring joy in bringing other people down. There is nothing you can do about it. There's literally nothing you can do about it. I run into these people at work where everything will go fine. With an event will go fine. There's no hiccups, and they'll always, like I said, it's not everybody. It's actually a very small segment. It might not even be 5%. It may only be 2%. But, I mean, think of it. If it's 2%, right? If your video has 100 views, 2 people that watched it are going to find something wrong with it. It's just the way it is. They're not going to be happy. So, you don't sweat it. When I get complaints at work about stuff that I have zero control out of, honestly, if I screw something up, yeah, I'll own up to it, right? But if I get a complaint at work about the prices, that's a big one. And, they'll complain about the prices and how I didn't do it enough to help work with them. Well, what can I do? I don't own the company. I don't set the prices. Yeah, I think the prices are ridiculously expensive. It's not my company. I can't do anything about it. Even if I wanted to, I can't do anything about it. So I've learned over the years, I let that stuff roll off my back. I don't even think about it. So I advise you guys, if somebody dislikes your video, just let it go, and I think enough time has gone by. I'm going to bring this up. Sometimes when you have an opinion, right, that opinion may not always be popular. Jay posted a video a couple weeks ago. I don't know if I should bring this up. Is the wrath going to come back down? Jay posted a video about giving false praise on YouTube videos and how it's not doing any good. And I posted a video too where I said I agree with Jay. It was a live stream. It just went disaster. It was a disaster. My internet kept cutting in and out. So this is the consequences of that video. All right, I'm able to, if you go to your analytics on your YouTube channel, you can look and you can see who disliked the video and what a particular video does, right? So I just clicked on the analytics on this video. I lost 5 subscribers and I got 6 dislikes, 5 or 6 dislikes. So there was consequences of me having that opinion, and I was kind of expecting that a little bit, So if you were a subscriber and you got offended enough by saying that I agreed with somebody else that we shouldn't be giving false praise in YouTube videos, and I don't think we should be giving false praise. I really don't. I don't think it does anybody any favors at all. If something's bad, don't sit there and pretend it's good, because, the real world's not like that, man, If I go to an audition and I stink it up, I'm not going to get the gig. If I go play a gig as a hired hand and say I get, just I tank the gig, just tank it. The guys that hired me on that gig are not going to hire me back. They're not going to say, they may not say a word, right? But I guarantee I won't get a call back. And they're not going to give me a bunch of false praise and say, "Hey, man, you did a great job. That was awesome." When in reality, you got super drunk and you couldn't even hold on to your drumsticks. That's never happened, by the way. I've never gotten so drunk at a gig where I couldn't hold on to my drumsticks. I fell asleep. I'm kidding. So, false praise, all that. You know, I think the storm has kind of died down about that a little bit. So that was Jay's point. You know, that was my point too. We're not saying criticize or say mean stuff or anything like that. That's not what we were saying. So that's about it for me. Now I'm going to leave you on a positive note. This past weekend, I had I've talked about this before. I'm a teacher at a music school. We're a nonprofit music school, and we had a concert this weekend. It was cool. It was at a real rock club in the area where they got big line race system PA. You know, it was really cool. Big stage, drum riser, all that crap, and it was a really cool chance for a lot of these kids to get to play in a venue that they would never ever get to play otherwise. So I'm gonna leave you with a video of two of my students. The first, they did a drum solo. They did a trade-off drum solo thing on Led Zeppelin's Moby Dick. Unfortunately, I thought I was recording the whole thing, and for like the first 80% of the first kid's drum solo, it turns out the camera actually wasn't on. So the video is it's not that great because I was backstage, so there wasn't a lot of light. But the first kid his name is Luke. All right, he's 12 years old. This kid is going to be a monster drummer, and the crazy thing is he's right-handed and he plays everything left-hand lead. So he's got like a kind of a Ringo thing where Ringo would do some right-hand lead, and Ringo was like, he played right-hand lead, but he led his fills with his left hand. Well, this kid is just the opposite. He's right-handed, plays left-hand lead, but leads all his fills with his right hand. So he's been a little bit of a riddle with me of trying to figure out a way to harness this incredible. It really truly is. If he can figure it out and can get a little more ambidextrous, the kid's gonna be monster. He's really gonna be a monster player. And the second kid is he'll do the second half of the solo, and I'll throw a little bit of the song to Hot for Teacher because they played Hot for Teacher. So I'll just kind of edit this all together in post. But the second kid's name is Adam. He was actually my very first drum student when I started teaching at this school, so I've been teaching him a while. Extremely talented kid. He's only 15, so I mean, there's a 12-year-old and a 15-year-old who both are doing things at the age of 12 and 15 that there was no way I could do when I was that age. So I'm just, these are two kids I'm really proud of how far they've become as drummers, and I want you guys to see them. So I'll see you guys next week.